Exactly how much clearer do you want me to be? So I asked you this question last week and you found every which way but not to answer it. Just how many grooming gangs have we got in London?
So the situation in London in relation to young people being groomed is different to the parts of the country. So what we have in London is young people being groomed, use your words, not mine, to be using county lines. In relation to sometimes...
Okay, let me make it clear. Sorry, I wasn't clear enough. I was told I shouldn't be saying rape gangs. They are rape gangs. I'm talking about rape gangs. I'm not talking about country lines. But to go back, nobody likes me saying rape gangs, although they are rape gangs. Grooming gangs that I would call rape gangs. Tell me about them. How many of those have we got? Not country lines, those particular groups.
To avoid any misunderstanding, can she define what she means by that?
Yes, if you look at what's gone on in Rotherham, where there are people taking young girls, grooming them for sex, that is what I'm talking about.
We know in London there are issues about exploitation of young people, but they're not as defined by the member in her definition of what those types of gangs are.
So are you saying we haven't got the same sort of gangs that are in Rotherham, Bradford and lots of other places in the country?
Just for your misunderstanding, what does she mean by that?
You know full well what I mean by that. It's all over the television. You know exactly what I mean by that. These gangs of people that are grooming young girls for sex. Do we actually have those in London?
Today we need to give a full answer. Can she be clear what she means by that? I'm not clear what she means.
How much clearer do you want me to be? Look at the gangs that they've uncovered in other parts of the country. Do we have those gangs in London? It's a simple question. The answer is very simple. It's yes or no. I'm not asking you where those gangs are because the police might not want them to be disclosed. I'm asking you, do we have those sort of gangs in London?
I'm not sure why she's so nervous to say what she means. What do you mean?
No. I am saying exactly what I mean. I'm saying, have we got any of those grooming gangs in London?
I'm unclear, Chair, what is meant by the question. If she could spell it out, I can answer.
I've just spelt it out. Are you not listening? It's the sort of gangs that groom young girls at a young age for sex. Exactly how much clearer do you want me to be?
So we do have issues in London with young girls being groomed for county lines. Some of those girls are used for sex, and that's one of the reasons why I've set up things like the Lighthouse, funded by City Hall, why we've set up 4 hubs that help survivors of child sexual abuse, why we're investing in London's Violence and Exploitation Support Service, why I commissioned the HMI to look into the issue of child exploitation, why the Met Police Service now employs 1,200 child protection officers, while we have Operation Satyria, first begun in London, while we're the only police force that began the V100, targeting the 100 most violent
I just
young
asked
people.
a yes-no question. So approximately how many of these gangs that I am talking about, that I do not know why you don't understand the sort of gangs I'm talking about, exactly, or approximately I should say, to give you leeway, approximately how many of those gangs have we got in London? Because the public is very, very rightfully concerned about this and concerned about these young women.
Well, I'm still none the wiser why she's so nervous about saying what she means. But in London, we have V100, which are the 100 most prolific, dangerous people the police target. That number goes up and down. So one month the V100 may be 120 people, or one month there may be 80 people, and each BCU has a localized V number. So when I was in Croydon a few weeks ago, the V number wasn't 100, it was a bit below. But as they reminded me, people can sometimes go in that list or out that list.
Thank you. Chairman, I was very clear
on what she asked 6 times. 6. And still, he dodged, deflected, and hid behind political theater. When confronted about grooming gangs, Sadiq Khan, the man responsible for London's safety, refused to say the words rape gangs. He couldn't even bring himself to admit they exist in the capital. Instead, he stumbled, diverted, and tried to blur the line between county lines crime and organized child sexual exploitation. But the public saw right through it. This wasn't just avoidance. It was cowardice broadcast live. A moment of national shame. A mayor, under oath, refusing to acknowledge the suffering of abused girls. And for millions watching across the country, one truth became painfully clear: if a leader can't even name the crime, he'll never fight it. The question was simple: do rape gangs exist in London? Yet Sadiq Khan, the man with access to every police briefing, every safeguarding report, every intelligence file, froze. Not once, not twice, but 6 times he was asked. And each time, he wriggled. He ducked. He redefined the question. He talked about funding, about county lines, about terminology, anything but the truth. That's not just omission. That's betrayal. Because the victims know exactly what they were forced into. It wasn't exploitation. It was sexual abuse, organized, repeated, and brutal. Instead of standing with the victims, Khan hid behind bureaucratic doublespeak. He gaslit the questioner, pretending not to understand, even when she made it painfully clear. "Exactly how much clearer do you want me to be?" she asked. "I'm talking about rape gangs like the ones in Rotherham. Are they here in London?" And still, he claimed confusion. Still dodged. Still refused to utter the words that demanded accountability. Think about that: the mayor of London asked a direct yes or no question about child rape gangs, and he refused to answer. He didn't deny their existence. He just refused to speak the truth. And that silence, that heavy, deliberate silence, spoke louder than any words could. In it lay the echoes of every ignored victim, every silenced whistleblower, every community left to fend for itself. Why wouldn't he answer? Because naming the crime means owning the failure. To say rape gangs exist in London is to admit that the system, politicians, police, and leaders failed to protect the innocent. So, Khan did what cowards do. He chose evasion over honesty. Optics over justice. Image over integrity. And in that moment, London didn't just see a weak leader, it saw the cost of political fear. Because this isn't about safety anymore. It's about control. About headlines. About preserving power, not protecting children. Behind his silence lies a system built to protect itself: reports buried, data hidden, police hesitant, politicians terrified of losing votes. This is what cowardice costs. And the people have had enough. The question isn't whether grooming gangs exist, we already know they do. The question is, how many more children will suffer before someone in power finds the courage to face it? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel for more in-depth political commentary, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next deep dive into the world of power and politics. Thanks for watching.